Excited to see you at the retreat. I'm going to be seeing you in no time. Hi, Celia. Hi, Shirley. Hello, everybody.
Okay, so we should be streaming. I'm just gonna take just a minute if you wanna just get started, and I'm gonna share this live stream from our page. I'm gonna share it into our group.
Okay. All righty. Well, we have exciting things coming your way. Of course, we would hope that you would expect no less of us. So welcome officially here to what's going to be the first of actually a series of 4 workshops or master classes here for unlocking abundance through the Lion's Gate and Mount Shasta. We're excited to be here with you, to connect with you, and share the special sacred light technologies that we're going to be working with, that actually so many of them have come in for Elysia and I, or been unlocked for us really, when we've been to Mount Shasta each year for the past, gosh, Elysia, 6 years, 7 years now.
Let's see. I think the first year we went was when the year I moved back from Maui, which was 2017. So, yeah,
Yeah.
7
Wow.
years, I think.
I think so. Yeah. And every year we've received something, some things, sometimes more than others. And also, what's been really beautiful and actually amazing is so much comes in while we're there, that actually we're still discovering what some of those technologies and tools are for months afterwards, because we just can't even kind of hold it all in our awareness at the time that we're receiving it all. So it kind of unfolds for us throughout the year. And then we find that it starts to new things start to even come into our awareness as we approach our next visit to Mount Shasta. So, and this has only become more true as we started to last year teach Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light, which is all of the technologies that we've received, that we work with, that primarily have come through our visits to Mount Shasta. Once we started teaching that live from there last year, which we're going to be doing again this year, oh, man, it's just been exponential technology, receiving of technologies, transformation of energy that really is, working in the way that so much of what comes through for Elysia and I, working in that same kind of way, where a lot of what comes in for us comes in first and foremost for ourselves, like what we need on our journey and to support ourselves and our lives, and on our, to accelerate our own spiritual evolution and growth. But with the technologies, they're really even, so from there we share them out with everyone else, right, through healing programs. Our favorite way to share is handing tools to those of you that come through our different training courses, because then we're expanding this work exponentially, like multiplying what we can do for humanity and for the collective, when we put the tools in your hands and you get to work with them, right, with other people, family members, clients, and all of that. So it's just a beautiful thing. But when it comes to the technologies, we feel like that's even more that these technologies are for humanity. They're so for humanity, and they accelerate our spiritual evolution so much, just leaps and bounds. So we get really excited when it comes to teaching this class, when it Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. We get really excited when we get to have any opportunity to share with you how these technologies are working, bringing them into your energy, your field, for you to work and play with and experience. So we're going to be really focusing on the Sacred Light technologies as we work with the energy of Mount Shasta together, and also the Lionsgate portal, that we're working with as well. You can tell probably that we have a lot of passion about the work that we do and a lot of passion about these amazing technologies that have been coming through for us, um, really to bring through in support of humanity and our whole light worker collective on the planet. So,
We love these technologies. They are so creative. They become part of you when you're attuned to them. And it's like upgrading your entire operating system of your energetic bodies and even your physical body. And to be able to have the opportunity to use them in a powerful way. There was one more person just hopped in, but I was going to say there was 111 people on Zoom with us here. Now it's 112, 113, keeps going up. But just so many synchronicities happen when we are working with these tools. So we're going to be using several sacred light technologies to today on this call for unlocking abundance through Lionsgate and Mount Shasta. So Lionsgate has had a little bit of controversy. It seems like this that I've seen lately on social media. So whatever you feel about, the astrology of Lionsgate, which I think is not as concrete as really just the energy itself. When the human collective, when so many people gather together with a similar intention or a similar belief system, it really does create a portal, that in and of itself. So, if that's what you want to tap into, or if you want to tap into the numerology, we are in a 888 because we're in an 8 year, and the number 8. Also, people have their own ideas about different things, but for us, the number 8 really represents abundance. And also just that infinite energy. If you turn an 8 on its side, it's an infinity symbol. And we're infinite beings. And so that's what we're really tapping into today. And as Kim said, the last 7 years or so, we have spent time around Lionsgate, around this time of year at Mount Shasta. This year we're going a little bit later because of different things that have been going on in our lives. And so we're not physically in Mount Shasta through that time, but we have spent so much time there and we are so deeply connected to Mount Shasta that we're connecting in with that energy and bringing it into this call for all of you guys. And Mount Shasta is very much connected for us to sacred light technologies because, as Kim said, we have received so many technologies when we're there, and we get activated with things that later will allow more technologies to come in. So I feel like the majority of the technologies that we work with that are sacred light technologies are directly connected to the frequencies of Mount Shasta and the spiritual beings that are there and are connected to the mountain. So we're going to be working with those technologies today, and we also have a couple of really special and exciting announcements. And one of those things that we're going to be talking about today, nobody knows except for the two of us. So stay tuned. If you like technologies, we're going to share about that after our process today. So our process is going to take, we'll set you guys up for it. We'll spend the next 10 minutes or so kind of talking about it. And then the process itself will take 25 minutes. And then we'll share our announcements. And I'm teaching at 1:00. So my goal is to be done with this call by around 12:15, 12:30. So that I'm not going directly immediately into my Sacred Soul Alignment class. Have a little breather for a second and get some water for myself and stuff. So
we're going to try not to get too carried away, which we often do when we're together. So.
When we're together, we have a tendency to get very carried away. And we could be on here talking about this stuff all day long, but we won't be. So So again, it is unlocking abundance through Lionsgate and Mount Shasta. So abundance means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So what you could be working with are your intentions for your spiritual development, which brings a spiritual abundance. That's a great thing to work with all of these energies. Could be financial abundance. It could be an abundance of health. Maybe you're not feeling abundantly healthy right now and you would like to feel more abundantly healthy. So abundance is very personal. You can choose, whatever type of abundance you'd like to work with. It's really best when we're working with intentions to stick with one area at a time. So we recommend don't just bring in everything in your life, really work with one area. And then you can come back. The replay will stay on our YouTube and do this process again for something else later. So we are super, as you guys know, super passionate about supporting you and creating what you want and creating more of what lights you up in your life and makes your heart sing. So what are you working on creating in your life? You can share in the comments if you're joining us here live. We're live on Zoom and we're also on YouTube, streaming on YouTube and Facebook. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube or Facebook, share there as well. We love to see what people are creating, and then that way we can all energetically support each other. So share in the comments what you're working on creating in your life. We also want you to think about for a minute, does it feel attainable? Whatever it is that you're creating, does it feel possible? Or do you feel stuck? Do you feel blocked? Is there a voice in your head saying, maybe you can't really have it? Maybe that's not for you. Maybe it's not possible. Or maybe it feels like it's beginning to come in. It's like trickling in, but it's coming in super, super slow and you want to speed it up. The Sacred Light tools and technologies that we're going to be working with today are going to help you break through the limitations and resistance within yourself and come into deeper resonance with what you are desiring to manifest. So we're going to be utilizing multiple Sacred Light tools and technologies really to help line you up, calibrate you to the vibration of what your intentions hold. We're going to be working with your specific intentions. And you can come back and watch the replay on YouTube or on our Facebook page. Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light is our YouTube channel, and Co-Creating Miracles, I think it's the same name. Is it Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light? Is that our Facebook page? Or it might be Co-Creating Miracles with Kimberlie and Elysia. I can't remember.
Our Facebook group is Co-Creating Miracles with Kimberlie and Elysia.
Okay, and our page is Sacred Light. Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light.
Not sure.
I don't know.
We have too
I guess
many.
I could look on the restream what it says here. Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. So it's both. That's all you need to remember. Either place to go find it.
Perfect.
So hopefully you've brought your intentions or desires with you that you want to work with today. If not, just begin thinking about that. Maybe if you have some pen and paper, jot down a couple of notes to really anchor in that energy. You can always take more time to get clear and come back and watch the replay, which will be immediately available on YouTube and Facebook. So before we dive into telling you the tools that we're going to work with today, we just want to talk a little bit about what are spiritual technologies, because we get this question a lot. And if you're newer to our work, or maybe newer to this branch of our work, you might not be familiar with spiritual technologies, although they are. When we first started teaching and talking about spiritual technologies, nobody knew what we were talking about. It's like we were talking a foreign language. And now more and more people are beginning to have an understanding and awareness and talk about this more, but it might be new to you. So Sacred Light technologies are energetic structures that act as a focused, energetic delivery system for accelerated healing, transformation, and support for humanity. Really for all living things on this planet and in our entire universe. Spiritual technologies can be a little bit hard to define, to quantify, and qualify because they're spiritual. They're not a tangible thing like this lip gloss tube. They're intangible. They're unseen, but the results that they bring, often in just seconds or minutes, is incredibly tangible. And those of you who have worked with them and or come to our calls where we're working with them, you know that they feel tangible. They're just a little bit hard to describe with words. They come in all shapes and sizes and packages to accomplish different tasks in focused ways. From clearing dense, distorted energy patterns that are causing blocks in our lives, even causing inflammation and pain in our bodies. And we've been working with a lot of more health focused technologies as we taught Sacred Light Level 4 this year from Tulum. To downloading and anchoring higher knowledge, information, source light, source codes to align us with new beliefs and programming, new information to transform our lives and realities, to hold, anchor, and transmit other healing tools so they work as devices to literally to hold other, the sacred light, more activation style tools, sacred soul alignments, energetic allergy healing activation style tools to really transmit those out. They can be used on their own. We use them on their own all the time, as well as with other healing tools, such as sacred light, all the tools I just mentioned, sacred light, energetic allergy healing, and sacred soul alignments. And they can be combined with sacred soul symbols, which are also spiritual technologies, as well as other tools that you might have from other modalities. They can even be called in and activated to simply work with your own intentions and instructions, which that's how we're going to be working with them today, to heal and transform, to co-create and manifest in so many ways, really in limitless ways, to create miracles in your lives. And if you are attuned to these, in the lives of other people as well.
Mhm. One of my favorite things about them is the healing containers
Yes.
that we create all the time with these. And we're gonna do this today. So, but you can,
Yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of healing containers, we're going to be creating a container today, which we always do, that we're going to be actually using for the next 4 weeks. So this call is just actually, we haven't mentioned this today, but it was in the posts and emails. This call is the first of 4 calls. So we're continuing this energy for you to continue working with and expanding your intentions. And the remaining calls are going to be at the same time throughout the month of August. So today and for the next 3 Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, you can join us with the same Zoom link that you got here today, or on YouTube or our Facebook page. And we have a calendar link that you can follow to put this on your calendar. I'm going to share it in Zoom real quick here. I think I have it right here. Yep. If you want to add these calls to your calendar to get reminded about them, because we didn't have an official thing for you to sign up to. So we'll be sending emails out sporadically to remind people that this is happening, but we don't have reminder emails set up like we would if you had officially registered for something. So the best way is to just follow that calendar, and it will put a link on your calendar in your own time zone. So that makes it really easy. We get a lot of questions about what time is it for me in Timbuktu, and we might not know what the time that is for you there. So that makes it really easy. And it has the Zoom link as well.
yes. So containers, we create all different kinds of containers with these technologies to support us in all different types of healing endeavors, if you will, like really focusing in different areas of life, relationships, parts of the body, different health issues, emotional issues, spiritual issues, mental issues. There's just it's an endless sort of creation that you can have when you work with these technologies. So we create containers all the time. We're going to be doing that together today. And we just want to share a little bit more about a few of the other tools for those of you that are and technologies that for those of you that are new to our work, and you're, everything we're saying is like, what's that, or what is that tool doing? What is that technology about? So we'll just share a little bit about that, and then we're going to jump right in. But the first healing tool, once we've we're going to do a little process together to make sure that we're really connected to our hearts, really in our body, grounded, connected to our higher guidance systems. We'll be working with then going into working with one of our tools that we created that's called Sacred Light Open. This healing assists you in getting more deeply grounded and anchored. It activates powerful protection for you. It helps you to embody on another level your own divine self, divine aspect. And it assists in opening the pathways of connection and communication through the heart, which is where we want to be expressing and having that communication from. And it also creates a version of a sacred container kind of in and of itself as well. But we like to power that up with other technologies, which we'll be doing with the Merkaba technology, which translates to light, spirit, body, a 3-dimensional 8-pointed star. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Merkaba. But once activated, this amazing technology surrounds our body beyond our auric field and really connects us into source energy, bringing in that potential for limitless creation. It also helps with that balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine, which is important for activating the more balanced and truest sense of our own sacred power. There's a lot of ways to use this technology, but we're going to be working with it with our container today, our Sacred Light container. We're going to also be working with the Sacred Light Golden Orb of Protection. This is a technology that came in to be a part of Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light when we taught it last year. We use it all the time for so many things, but it comes into your energy field as a powerful layer of protection that's infused with the golden Christ light. And it's flexible, it's permeable, really allowing for those high frequency light codes and source light in, while, providing a powerful protection for you at the same time. But it also keeps you sort of bathed in that golden Christ light energy, and is magnetizing positive experiences, relationships, support, and healing. So it has a powerful magnetic when we're holding that high frequency light, and it's really anchored more into our field. So it's helping us with that. We're also going to be utilizing the Sacred Light Healing Cocoon today, another sort of newer Sacred Light technology as well, which activates an energetic cocoon that comes in and around you, creating the most optimal healing environment, into which we can work with other healing tools, to infuse within this cocoon space for focused and accelerated healing. So we're going to be bringing that in as a layer into our container today as well. And then we're going to be working with Sacred Light Purify and Protect technology, also one that came in for us last year. And this technology functions like many of the spiritual technologies that we're working with, in that it's multifaceted and multifunctional. They all are. Like, we can tell you a thing or two that, is more kind of the more obvious of what they're here to help us with, but they're actually all working in ways that today we don't even know all the different myriad of ways that they're, supporting us. So the Sacred Light Purify and Protect comes in as a layer. It's a really great layer to bring inside that healing cocoon, which we're working with. They partner really well together to create deep transformational healing in the area that you're working on. The Purify and Protect really focuses on cleansing or filtering out distorted frequencies or energies that have been creating blocks or resistance in healing, in a very deep, multidimensional way. Clearing or filtering out energies that's focused on through all timelines, dimensions, all the way back to that original seed point of creation for these distorted patterns. And we'll kind of leave it at that. And there's more about that. There's more about all of these. We'll just keep this really brief here. We're also going to work with the Sacred Light Filter today, an 11th dimensional sacred light technology that helps us to filter out unwanted or overwhelming energies that are infiltrating our field, our energy bodies, and even our physical body. This is going to be activated and as part of our container today to help with that kind of clearing out of what could be in the way of what we're working to manifest. The Sacred Light filter does have a second sort of function as well. It's also a really good at kind of anchoring the energies that we're working with into our field, our energy systems as well. So more than one function there. We're going to be working with the Sacred Light Vortex, which is an amazing technology helps to really clear from the deepest layers and levels, even energy patterns that we might not have language for, or so it really, with it works. All of these are working through divine source intelligence. So this one is great for working on deeper levels that we may not even have awareness or language for what's needing to be cleared from our field. So Sacred Light, we're also going to work with the Sacred Light excavation technology. How we originally called this the Roto-Rooter, but that's a brand name of an actual plumbing tool that might be familiar to you if you're here in the United States. Alicia and I grew up with that on commercials and different things. But it's a literal tool that, kind of comes in and breaks up those tree roots that are damaging plumbing and things. So this is the spiritual sort of version of that, but we're calling it the excavation technology, because it comes in to break up and clear out those deep roots or core energy patterns that have become hardened, crystallized, calcified, maybe so deeply rooted that maybe other healing tools may kind of chip away at it, taking longer to clear it out of the body and energy bodies. And this technology can come in and kind of go deep and broad to shift hard to resolve patterns. So really helpful technology. And then we're also going to
This
work
is a
with,
lot.
I know it is a lot. It is a lot.
It's going to be amazing. We're bringing our own intentions in as well.
We are. And yeah, so I think, there's a couple other tools here. You're going to hear us mention them, but they're all working really at creating that environment for you that's optimal for clearing what's in the way of the intentions you're bringing in, as well as really anchoring those into your field for amplified, transmission or magnetic to help you attract, what it is you're working to create in your life.
Yeah, so we have the container creation tools and then we have the clearing tools and then we have the co-creation tools.
Yeah.
Um, which are, well, the satellite receiver, that's
I'll talk about
locating,
that. Yep.
right, the frequency. The sacred light intention alignment tool is doing both. It's clearing and it's really aligning you with those intentions. That's a lot's going on with that particular technology. Calibrate to create is just exactly as the name implies. And open doors, it's a technology and it also brings in the energy of bounty of the universe, which we're going to be working with on its own in one of our other calls, really opening the doors to make available what it is that you're desiring. And then of course, sacred light close. So many people want the two tools, sacred light open and sacred light close, because we use those in everything that we do. But those two tools are Sacred Light Open and Sacred Light Close. We created those for a small group mentorship that we did a few years ago to make it easy for them because they had, as part of the mentorship, they had all of our classes across the board. So they had access to everything. So we brought in multiple technologies into those two tools and a lot of other tools that are unfolding when you run those. And so the only place that those two tools, Sacred Light Open and Close, will ever be living and passed on is in co-creating miracles with Sacred Light. We get so many questions about that I just wanted to mention that along with mentioning those tools.
Good. And then we're going to use a few of these Sacred Light Level 1 tools too, to do some specific clearing work also around what could be coming up for you that is maybe that little voice, like Alicia mentioned in the beginning, that says, oh, no, maybe you don't deserve that. Maybe you can't really have that, or maybe that's not really possible. So we're going to be going a little deeper with all of that, with a few of those tools as well. And we can talk about what more of these tools are as we gather together over our next 3 calls too. But I think we should probably get right into our healing work today, especially knowing Alicia's got kind of a time limit here. So are we ready to jump into our healing?
I think we are.
Beautiful. So hopefully also, if you hadn't had a chance to think about, really connect to an intention that you want to work with here with us all today, hopefully you got to do that maybe while we were just chatting there for a bit. So yeah, so now's that time to really connect in with that goal, that intention, or that desire. And again, just reiterating, it's going to be more successful for you if you're focusing on one thing, or maybe there's one or two, and there's maybe even a little bit connected. Really just allowing everything to focus in on that for you.
All right, I think we're ready to get started. So we're going to guide you into a connection. I'm going to be using the Heart of Creation meditation. And then I will create that container that we're going to be working with for the next 4 weeks or possibly even a little bit longer. And then Kim's going to lead us on that intention co-creation process, and we'll anchor it all in.
Hey,
So
I'm gonna,
here we go.
I'm gonna record this on my end too.
Oh, good idea.
Here we go. All right. So go ahead and drop down into your heart, closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. We're going to take just a couple of minutes here to get grounded, get really connected before we move into that creation of our sacred light container and our intention work today.
All right. Good. So just taking a moment to get comfortable, settling into your body, bringing all of your energy into the present moment, and just relax. Closing your eyes, allowing yourself to land right here, right now, in this powerful, potent moment in time. And placing your focus and awareness onto your heart, and just breathe. Allowing your breath to slow and deepen. Breathing as if you're breathing directly from your heart. Allowing your inhale and exhale to slow to about a count of 5. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing this long, slow, deep breath through your heart as you bring your awareness to the energy of compassion. We invite you to see, sense, feel, or imagine the energy of compassion as a beautiful pink light surrounding you. And as you breathe through your heart, just using your intention to breathe that pink light of compassion into your heart, allowing this energy of compassion to fill and expand your heart. And with your next breath, allowing the energy of compassion to expand into every cell of your body, feeling the cells of your body vibrating with the frequency of compassion. And with your focus and awareness on your heart, feeling into the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Gaia, and your heart and the heart of creation or pure source energy. Noticing the beautiful golden light in the heart of Gaia and the glorious iridescent light in the heart of creation. And with your next breath, simultaneously begin to breathe this golden light from Gaia and iridescent source light into your heart. And as you breathe these energies into your heart, allowing this golden light from Gaia, an iridescent light from the heart of creation, to merge with the pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold light, allowing this light to expand your heart even more. With your next inhale, allowing this light to fill all the cells of your body, allowing this beautiful iridescent rose gold light to expand beyond your physical body, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold ball of light that you are in the center of. And just taking a moment to notice how loved, nurtured, safe, and protected you are in this space. And as you continue breathing through your heart, imagining the beautiful iridescent light flowing down, connecting you with the energy of all that is, with potential, with possibility, with pure source energy, allowing this energy to move through your entire chakra column, traveling all the way down into the heart of Gaia. And imagining the beautiful golden light from the heart of Gaia flowing up, connecting you with the infinite wisdom, wealth, knowledge, and abundance that Gaia holds, traveling all the way up through your entire chakra column, all the way up into the heart of creation. And as these energies flow in, through, and around you, witnessing the beautiful ball of light that you are in, expanding with every breath you take. Now we invite you to feel into your heart-to-heart connection between your human aspect and your divine aspect, the highest aspect of you that's guiding you through your human experience. Good, and now allowing your human aspect to merge with your divine aspect. And as you merge with your divine aspect, feeling yourself expanding into all of the light surrounding you, feeling yourself expanding infinitely, all the way into the heart of creation, all the way into the quantum field where all potential and possibility exists. And as we move into this process, just staying in your heart, breathing through your heart, connected to the energy of all that is, just breathe and allow yourself to expand into the energy of all potential and possibility. Good, and we're going to create this sacred container here. So calling in sacred light open and divine love and light. And calling in the Merkaba in divine love and light. So just becoming aware of two pyramids surrounding your body, one upward facing, beginning at your knees, extending above your head, one downward facing, beginning at your shoulders, expanding down below your feet. You may notice these pyramids spinning in opposite directions, expanding the energy and light of your personal Merkaba. Good, and now calling in divine love and light, activating the sacred light golden orb of protection. You may feel this coming around you. Divine love and light calling in and activating the sacred light healing cocoon. And divine love and light calling in the sacred light purify and protect. You may feel or see a diamond light frequency coming in. Good, and now into this container, we're going to call in the energy of Mount Shasta. Everything that Mount Shasta has for us as a group collectively and for you individually. There may be specific beings that you feel connected to in and around Shasta. The energy of Lemuria is strong here. And also the energy of this Lion's Gate portal and the power of 8, particularly triple 8. Whatever frequencies that those have for us collectively and individually. Really bringing and anchoring all of those supportive frequencies and any beings of 100% light, collectively or individually, into this container. Good. Now we invite you to connect in with your intentions. If you have them written down, you can take a moment to read them or just imagine them. Bring them in through words, visuals, sound, whatever you feel connected to help you feel those intentions. Bringing them into this container. Imagine that you're encasing your intentions in a magical box that is a seed that you're planting here in this container. Imagine planting the seed in the most magical, fertile soil within the sacred container. You may see something that looks like sparkly, iridescent source light, and maybe sort of like a liquid light. You may see or feel actual dirt, soil. Whatever shows up for you or whatever your imagination would like to create. It's giving you some time here to work with that. Imagining the seeds of your intentions being surrounded and infused with pure source love and support. And as you're planting these seeds, you may even begin to see them sprouting and growing. And we're all here together in this container, amplifying the power of each other's intentions. I'm getting an image of this sort of magical light field. I'm not seeing dirt. It's literally like we're planting our seeds. We have these tools and we're planting our seeds. We're all gathered in this huge group of people and we're laughing and joyously talking and planting our seeds together. People have got arms around each other. Good. And as you continue, just really envisioning your intentions being planted in this beautiful magical container, Kim's going to do a little cleanup work.
Good. So we're going to really focus in on working with some sacred light, level 1 tools, our belief clearing, both found contract clearing, trauma healing, emotion healing, and our download tools, along with the technologies that are already really supporting us here in this container to clear out distorted energy patterns or patterns that are not in resonance with what you're bringing in to create. So thus, we call those blocks, right? So we're going to work on those blocks here. Anything that's coming up for you. So, and we're going to start with some really specific things. So really working with the clearing the beliefs anywhere that you are not allowed to have what you brought into this container today. Anywhere you're not allowed to have it. Anywhere you're not allowed to live that way. Anywhere it's not safe or it's not possible. Anywhere it's for other people, but not for you. Anywhere resistance may be coming up for you around what your family members might feel about this, or your friend group or your communities might feel about this, what their opinions might be. Or whether if you had what this is that you bringing in as your intention, anywhere that if you had that, if you lived that way, people that you love or friends or community would reject you or abandon you or ridicule you, or anywhere that you would have to sacrifice something important to you, something essential to you in order to have this new thing, right? This new thing that represents abundance in your life. Okay, so we're clearing all of that. We're clearing it with, again, the Sacred Light Belief Healing Tool specifically. We're also clearing all connected emotions, trauma, entities, and also in excuse me, oaths, vows, and contracts that may be in place for you to live this way, believe this way, or feel this way. Okay, so clearing all of that here, using quite a few of those tools, Sacred Light Belief Clearing, Sacred Light, emotion healing, trauma healing, entity implant and portal clearing, and some others here too. So working with all of that to clear that out for you, all of you. Light, Creator, change it. Beautiful. And if you have anything else that's coming into your awareness as I'm talking here and bringing these things up to clear, any other awareness, any other part of you that's saying you can't have that for some other reason or another block or resistance that you're experiencing within you, just bring that right into this container for it to be resolved, dissolved, cleared, and healed now with all of these tools and technologies that are working for you right here in our container. You can do this just through intention, imagining you're bringing them in. You can even imagine them being dissolved and cleared, imagining it with your third eye, witnessing it happen. Good. And now we're going to bring in a couple of downloads here too. Downloads are so good at helping us to also create shifts, accelerated shifts in certain areas where we're focusing. So we're going to be working with the Sacred Light Intention download and also the technologies that are here as part of our container to help you to align to your intentions and really anchor your intentions in as well. So they're going to all be supporting you with these downloads. So let's bring in, I know what it feels like to have this, right? What you brought in to this container today as my reality, to be worthy of this. I know what it feels like to be worthy of this, to be this, that I deserve to have it, that I'm safe to accept it, that I'm safe to create it, that I'm safe to have this, be this way, live this way. And also to live with the assuredness, the trust, the confidence that I am this, that I have this. To trust yourself to be responsible in your life with this, this abundance, this form of abundance that you're calling in to create in your life here. What it feels like to be loved, to be accepted and supported in this life, in this reality, with this new creation of yours. That it's possible and that you're already living this way now. Beautiful. Good. And let's also work with the sacred light relationship healing. And we're going to bring that in and we're going to work with that, running that for you with your intention. Okay, working with the sacred light filter here as well. Filter out anything that's distorted that you're holding about your intention, anything that remains. And also to really use that filter to, again, anchor all of this in for you. Working with all of these tools to take all of this deeper, including the sacred light vortex, right? That excavation technology, that transfiguration device is working here. All of these tools and technologies. Resolving, dissolving, clearing these blocks, clearing any remaining resistance, and really even more securely or firmly anchoring your intentions in to your own energy systems and into this container. Beautiful. And as all these technologies and tools are working for you, including the Sacred Light Intention Alignment tool, Sacred Light Open Doors, just take another moment here to visualize yourself. If you haven't yet, really invite you to visualize yourself having what it is that you brought into this container, what you're desiring to co-create, to manifest here. The more detail you bring into your visualization, the more it will be more concrete even. Good. Now we're going to take a moment here to really feel what it feels like to have it, to feel yourself in your life in this moment as if you already have it. What primary emotions do you feel? What is it about having what you brought in as your intention today? What is it about that that's going to make you feel a certain way? More joy, freedom, perhaps, more love, fun, play, feeling more healthy, vibrant, whatever it is. Just really connect to how you feel as you have this, what you've intended already are this. What does it feel like in your body? Is there a certain color you associate with having your intention? Maybe a certain taste or a smell. What are you doing in your life with this new thing you're creating? Who are you with? Maybe there's others that are involved or that are part of what you're working to manifest and create here. Where are you? Maybe even what are you wearing? Really connecting in with as much information that you can in this moment about who you are, how you feel, having your intention manifest for you. Really feel it, really choose it, own it, become it, trust and know that it is yours. It is you, it is yours. Good. And we're going to work with the sacred light filter again here, attuning the sacred light filter to your intention again, because you've come into a new level of creation with your intention now. Attuning it to all that you've created, to all that you're feeling in this moment. Making this your new energetic set point. vibrating at the frequency of your intention, aligning with your intention on all levels, in all parts and aspects of self. But your new set points here, your new vibration manifests in the physical. Beautiful.
All right, good. It's very powerful. We're just going to anchor all of this in now. Anchoring these frequencies, these vibrations, this new version of you into your brain. So go ahead and anchor it into your heart and your higher heart, your mind and your higher mind, your DNA, your nervous system, your subtle bodies. Your chakras. Really connecting in with some of these technologies that are working, the Merkaba, the intention alignment tool, calibrate to create, to really align you and anchor all of this into all parts and aspects of you to create this reality. And just taking a moment to connect back in with that seed of your intentions that you planted. Notice that they have already sprouted and began to flourish. You may see them becoming your intentions. You may see yourself becoming this new version of you, living this new reality. And as we begin to move forward and go about our day, just going about your day, the rest of your day, the rest of your week, as if your prayers are already answered, as if you are already this version of you, because you are. The work has been done. And now it's time for this new version and this new reality to unfold. I'm calling in sacred light close now and divine love and light. Change it. Good. So as you begin to bring your awareness back into your physical surroundings, prepare to open your eyes to your new reality. Just taking a deep breath. Open your eyes when you're ready. Good. I got some pretty amazing visuals. I was working with some of my own intentions a little bit here and there when I was not focusing on all of you. I was bringing in some intentions about our upcoming retreat, the technologies that we always receive there, the work that we're doing there together, to prepare. And I saw us, Kim, on the mountain in this lake. I think we're up in Panther Meadows. But we had hats on. All of a sudden, we had these wizard hats on, and we had these magic wands, and we were waving them around. And as we would wave the wand, like this sparkly purple energy was coming out of the wands. It was really kind of a funny scene. I almost laughed, but it was really powerful.
I love it. I love it so much. Good. We'll definitely be creating and working with magic on the mountain, that's for sure.
Yes, we will.
And we'll be doing that with, especially so with all that are joining us for the retreat this year as well, because everyone who comes to be a part of that and really connect with us with the energy, we just experience Oh my gosh, just amazing experiences. It's hard to put into words, but there's so much magic that happens, so much more that gets unlocked as each soul that is resonating, with the energy of Shasta, with the energy of these sacred light technologies. You know, each individual holds your own unique sort of codes, right? That are part of what unlocks more potential as we come together and unite together at the mountain. So lots of wizard hats, I think, will be donned.
Yes. Janine is saying the retreat with you at Mount Shasta still lives deeply in my soul. Yeah, Janine was at our first retreat at Mount Shasta in 2019. And in fact, Victor just shared a picture. We were there right now at this time in 2019 with all of you at Guru Shasta. Victor just shared a picture of us in the pyramid this morning, I saw.
Oh,
We're actually returning back to the original place that we rented for the retreat attendees called Guru Shasta, and it's just a really magical location. We weren't able to get it; it was already booked last year when we held our Co-Creating Miracles retreat in Mount Shasta, but we were able to get it this year. So we're looking forward to being in that space again. You guys will be able to stay there at Guru Shasta. It's just beautiful. It's really special. The pictures, I think he needs a better like website person. Eric should come do his website
oh
because
yeah,
the website just does not do it justice. This
yeah.
place is really truly special and amazing. So we'll be in Mount Shasta like 7 or 8 weeks from now. September 26th through the 30th. So let's just kind of go. We have 111 people here right now. Let's just go straight into talking about the retreat at Mount Shasta. So
Yeah.
we first did like a sort of inside announcement about this retreat about a year ago after we hosted our last Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light retreat. It was just so powerful. We knew we were going to do it again. So we immediately booked a place and told the people that were part of that class that we were doing it, and it was immediately half full. But then we had so much going on, both of us. My brother, you guys know, Aaron was very sick. He had pancreatic cancer. He passed away in March, and my life was really intensely directed around that for several months this last year. And then we hosted immediately, like literally immediately after Aaron passed away, I had to put all of my focus on Tulum, and we hosted the Sacred Light retreat in Tulum, and my life has been nonstop since then. So, and Kim's had a lot of things going on. So we actually never officially announced and opened the doors for Mount Shasta retreat 2024. So this is sort of that. And we're already half full and the time is near. It's I think 8 weeks from now, maybe 7, but it's September 26th through the 30th. And for those of you who have already signed up, we have a really special surprise that you guys don't know about yet. But we have had so much come in for us starting while we were actually in Mount Shasta last year of new technologies that we have created a Sacred Light or Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light level 2. We had 11 new technologies come in for the last class that we taught, that we added to Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. There's now 22 tools and technologies. That class started with 6, I think, and now there's 22. And we have received 7 new technologies. I just got 3 new things when I was in Maui. We are hearing, our guidance is telling us that there are 11 that we will have before we teach in Shasta. So we're trusting that. That's 3 that we don't have conscious awareness of yet, but we're doing some big things before the retreat starts when we get to the mountain. And so our guidance is telling us that those things are going to come in, maybe even more than that. while we're there. So we're just trusting that, even though we can't tell you guys what those are. You guys know how we work, and you know that we always deliver more than we promise. So those of you who are coming to the retreat are getting Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light Level 2 included in the retreat. So that's
Hey,
pretty exciting. Yeah, when
yeah,
just like, yay.
I know. No additional cost for you all for that. But that, that also leaves us with that, additional announcement that, what we do when we're at the mountain starting last year, was our first year of doing this, is teaching Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light Advanced Practitioner certification course live from Shasta. So yeah, we're doing that again. And so that level 2, we are, um, what are we calling that? It's like we're basically, you're going to have an opportunity to have that at a really great price as well. So you'll be hearing us talk more about all of this. Maybe we can touch on it a little bit more today as well. But we want to share, as we share about the retreat, because this is our main focus right now, right? Because we do have some spots that have maybe one or more of you guys' names on it that are here with us present, right? That's
Yeah, I
supposed
think there's 8 spots left. So it's
yeah,
more than half full.
more than half full. So, if these technologies, if the energy that you're feeling here, it really resonates with you, lights you up, makes you feel excited, you feel that call, well, the retreat could be for you. And we understand that not everyone can travel and join us at the mountain. We understand that it's not possibly for everyone's budget as well. So we get all of those things. But we want to make sure that for those of you that, you're meant to be there and it's in your power to be there, that we have that 8 spots left. And understand that you'll get Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light as part of that, and the new level 2 as part of that. And we will teach the level 2 course for all of you coming to the retreat. We will teach that live at the mountain. So while you're there with us, we will teach that live. So pretty exciting things are going to be happening. So we're going to, as we talk about what the retreat is, we need to talk about what Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light is as well, right? Because it's a hybrid retreat. It's beautiful excursions to support your spiritual growth and healing and integration of the energies at the mountain, as well as what you receive in Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light, all the technology attunements, which are massive, and you won't be the same person after as before. That is a guarantee. So we have some amazing excursions we want to talk about, but our retreat is an amazing value. It's $3,500, but it's 4 nights, 5 days. It's Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light, and now the new level 2 course, and it's all excursions included. So you get a lot for that $3,500.
So two certifications basically, because now we have level 2. And then your accommodations as well. We're not, food meals are not included in this particular retreat. We included those in Tulum. That was a significantly higher investment for the Tulum retreat. So, but the Guru Shasta has a really amazing kitchen. So, and there's great grocery stores in Shasta and lots of really good restaurants. So,
So travel
that's
expenses and food are not included, but
yes.
literally everything else is.
Yeah.
So,
And we have some incredible excursions planned, and we're actually going to be teaching a little bit different than we did last year. Last year it was our first time teaching this live in Mount Shasta, and we wanted all of the teaching to be happening in Mount Shasta, to be infused with that energy. But we've already done that now. We've taught in Mount Shasta, and we were very happy with how the class went and how the recordings are. So we're not going to be doing all of the teaching from Mount Shasta. As soon as you register for either the retreat or the class, you will get that class added to your Kajabi library. And we're going to be doing all of the new level 2 class we're going to be teaching live because that's all new material. And then we're going to be doing all of the attunements from Mount Shasta live. But the rest of the teaching, we're going to be having a call before we go and doing some setup work and a little bit of teaching. And then we're going to have a teaching call after we get home and 2 follow-up Q&A calls. So after we return from Shasta, we'll be having 3 live calls. And there won't be as much, like there were heavy duty days of teaching last year, full days of teaching. And we want to not have to reinvent the wheel every other second. So we're going to be utilizing the teaching recordings that we have because that's very relevant. And then all of the attunements, everything's always upgrading. So we're going to be doing all of those live in Mount Shasta. And that allows for those of you who are coming to join us for the retreat, we're going to have a lot more time to play and to do the incredible excursions that we have planned. So we're going to start out going to the headwaters that first night, gathering the magical water. Mount Shasta is famous for its water that comes out of the headwater of the Sacramento River, right out of the mountain right there. It's famous for its water, even if you're not into spiritual work. People stop at the headwaters and collect water just because it's such good water. But we happen to know that it's more than that. So we'll start out our night. That first night, the afternoon, we'll go to the headwaters, collect water, and then we're going to have an opening ceremony. And the next morning, we're going to start out our first day going to the Mount Shasta Pyramid, which is one of our favorite places. And we'll do some attunements live there. And the labyrinth, we can't take any recording devices. We'll do some things for those of you who are in the pyramid with us, of course. But we can't record anything in there. You can't take any electronic devices or metal into the pyramid. And we'll spend some time in the labyrinth. And then we have to look at our schedule. We're still working out the schedule, but there's a lot of excursions. We're going to be having a sound healing in one of our favorite places on the planet. Last year, the sound, the Crystal Bowl room was closed. They weren't doing any sound healings in that room. We had an amazing sound healing. It was upstairs from that room, but we get to be in the room that we have had some of the most profound experiences of our lives in this room with these bowls. We're going to have a sound healing there. We're going to be visiting the mountain, and we're going to be spending a lot more time on the mountain than we were able to last year. We have some new places we're going to be taking you. So we're going to spend most of the day on the mountain. Panther Meadows will be open. That's been an issue in the past because oftentimes it doesn't open until very, very late in the summer, but we'll be there a little bit later this year. So barring some unforeseen emergency, Panther Meadows will be available to visit there. We're going to be going to Fairy Falls, which is a little bit of an uphill hike. If you are joining us and that's not your thing, you can do something else with your time. It's not a super strenuous hike, but it is uphill for sure, and it's about a mile. And that's where we receive several technologies. So we're going to be doing some attunements there at Fairy Falls as well. Another one of our favorite places. What else are we doing?
Technology that's not been taught before, that'll be part of the level 2 because we also received it at that location.
Yeah.
Called the Cosmic Grove. So we haven't got to talk about some of these new tools yet. We'll get to that. And if what we don't get to today, we will in our following calls when we gather as well over the next few weeks. So
yeah. So is it easy to get there? Celia, are you referring to Mount Shasta or Fairy Falls? So Mount Shasta, let's talk about that for a minute. It depends on where you live. The closest airports are about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away. They are Medford, Oregon, and Redding, California. You can rent a car. You can even Uber. We looked into that for somebody last year. You can Uber. But what most people have done is fly into one of the bigger airports. So there's Reno and Sacramento, which are about 3 hours away. San Francisco is only a little bit farther, and that's a bigger airport. I think it's 4 hours away. So people have hooked up with each other that came last year and carpooled together. Um, so there's multiple options for airports, but there's not an airport in Mount Shasta. It's a very small town. So, but that was pretty easy for people. There were no real bumps in the road for people getting there. There just a couple, a few people rented cars. Some people drove. People that live in Oregon, Washington, and California, near, a lot of people drove actually from their home. And we can help connect you with, if you're
Yeah.
coming or want to come, we can help connect you with those people
Yeah.
that are coming.
It's,
As far as
yeah.
Fairy Falls, it is an uphill hike. So, it's optional. If you want to do something else with your time during that hike, that's perfectly fine. Not everybody joined us for the hike last year. Some people stayed down below. Um, but it's about a mile. I think it's maybe a mile there and back, maybe. I can't remember exactly right
Yeah.
now, but
It's
it's
not,
not very long, but it is uphill.
yeah. It's not a full mile there. It might be a mile or a little over a mile round trip.
Yeah,
And
and as far as
also,
hiking around the mountain, it's very minimal. So the Mount Shasta, when we're up at Mount Shasta, we're not going to do big hikes. We would love to, but we want to make sure that everybody who's joining us can participate in the majority of what we're doing. So we're not going to be doing much hiking other than the Fairy Falls.
no, but
We are,
we can suggest some other hikes that are amazing if you're a hiker and you want to do that. Heart Lake is a beautiful, beautiful, special place that you can get to. But we took our first group there when we went up there. It wasn't where we taught co-creating miracles. This was back in 2018 or um,
yeah,
yeah, that
2019.
was a little tricky for some of the ladies. Everyone made it, and we got to swim at the top, and the views are outstanding. And we did live attunements to technologies up there. It was just, or not technologies, but just some other channeled healing packets that came in for us that we taught at that retreat that are actually part of Sacred Light Level 3 now, I think. But so we won't do that again. We want to make sure everyone can, enjoy and not be knocked out by a hike. So, but we can
Yeah,
suggest some. And then also,
yeah.
Celia, you're in the UK, but we had a gal, Justine, join us from the UK last year, and she didn't really have any issues that I'm
Mm.
aware of. And it's, once you sign up, we put you in a Facebook group with everyone else who's coming. And so that way you can have open conversations, who's flying in where, and can we carpool? And, it's gone so smooth.
Yeah, it really has gone really smoothly. Um, And are you working with Blue Star? So yes, so one of the excursions is one of our favorite humans on this planet, Blue Star Child. She's amazing. She did a beautiful sound healing for us last year and opened her gallery for just our group. Um, she's just magical, and that will be something that we're doing this year. And it is also a pay in full bonus. Um, if you sign up and pay in full for the retreat, we have a pay in full and a two payment option. So if you pay in full, you get a bonus of a soul portrait drawing that she does, and they're just amazing.
This
I've
is
already packed
nice.
mine, but
I know.
yeah,
This is
they're
mine.
so special. And she
And she
gives a
has,
message on the back that's just, I read mine all the time. I love
I
it.
love it. It makes me so happy. And I get emotional in sound healings and things sometimes, but we had never done a sound healing with Blue Star Child until we brought our whole group there. I cried like a baby through that
Yeah.
whole thing. I could not stop the tears, like good tears, but I was overwhelmed with amazing just memory and feelings. And it was just, I don't even still
I
have.
think everybody was crying last time. I cried so many times last time. I cried in the pyramid. That pyramid experience last year was powerful for me.
Just that's just the
Um,
most powerful we've ever experienced. That has to do
yeah,
with our whole group being with us in the pyramid too. Like
yeah, that was really special. Um, so yeah, that will be an excursion that we're doing. What else? Oh, the Peace Gardens, which is a really special place. I went there after my brother died, and at the Peace Gardens, they have material, and you can write something on it and tie it. There's like hundreds, probably thousands of these little flags, little ribbons that people have tied. I tied one for him right above Kuan Yin. It's one of my favorite, I keep saying favorite places, but like all
Yeah.
of these places are my favorite places,
We
our
can't
favorite
wait to
places.
be there. The mountain calls us back every year. Like we've thought to
Yeah.
ourselves, are we going to go to, do we want to go to Shasta this time? Maybe we want to go somewhere else, you
Yeah,
know?
but it's always, we have to go to Shasta.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Am I missing any excursions?
I don't know. Could be.
Um, we're also going to, we're going to have a little bit more time this year because we're not devoting so many hours to the teaching because that's been done already. So we're planning that hopefully we'll be able to go to the lake too, or to some water for those of you who might want to do that. And you'll have more free time to explore and kind of do some of these, spend more time at some of these places if you're coming to the retreat. But there's a Lake Siskiyou is right there, and it's a
Oh.
really great place to just play around and
Castle Lake
float.
is really nice, really beautiful, which is at the bottom of where you would hike up to Heart Lake.
Yeah,
Castle Lake.
Leslie, it has to be Shasta. Yeah,
I know.
Leslie was there with us last year, and there was an old soda commercial for Shasta, like soda pop. It has to be Shasta. We kept saying that last year.
Good. So,
So yeah, so we have, I think, 8 spots left, around 8 spots. The room choice is first come, first serve, so it's in order of how you sign up. There's that we have to talk about these bonuses real quick
oh
before we
yeah, we
hop
do.
off.
Okay.
We got off track a little, but that's easy to do talking about this stuff because we get so excited. Um, so
Well,
it is the retreat plus Co-Creating Miracles level 1 and the brand new level 2. And the investment is 3,500. If you already have taken Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light, you qualify for a discount. Um, it's either 3 or 500. I can't remember actually.
I think
Let me look.
it's, did you say if they've taken it in the past?
Yeah.
It's 500.
Okay. So you qualify for a $500 discount if you've already taken Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. So just email us for that discount code. So that makes it $3,000. And Co-Creating Miracles Sacred Light, so Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light levels 1 and 2 together will be $3,000. So you're basically getting the retreat for free if you want to think of it that way. We are giving a discount, a little bit of a discount when we're teaching it live. So for both levels, how much is that? 2 and 3. So we're sort of doing a pre-release discounted price for level 2. If you already have level 1, you can get level 2 for $497, and it will be $997. But we're calling it a pre-release price because all of this stuff is still coming in, and we
We don't
can't.
have descriptions. We don't have all of the tools.
Yeah, we can't tell you these are what they are, and
Yeah.
all the beforehand. So we're giving it at a very, very, very good price. If you already have level 1, you can get level 2 for just $497. So the retreat, basically you're getting the retreat included the full price of Sacred Light, Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light levels 1 and 2, if you can make it there. Of course, not everybody can travel and all of that, but it's going to be an amazing opportunity. It is life-changing. Most of the people that were there last year signed up immediately to come again this year. So that tells you something.
That's right.
Um,
And so, Crystal, what if you have all the classes all ready? So this is there's only a discount for Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light because that's what we're teaching live at the mountain. So that's
yeah, so you get that
the
$500
only class that
discount.
matters for
Yeah.
what's available for a discount. Yeah.
Yeah, so just if you have Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light, just email us for that discount code. And yes, there will be a virtual option. So we will be doing one call before we go I think on the 20th. Yeah. September 20th, we'll be having a kickoff call. And then we'll be doing the new level 2 class live from Shasta and all of the attunement. And then we're going to have 3 calls when we return home. So, will we get to go to the pyramid? If you're coming to the retreat, yes. That's what we're doing first thing in the morning, the first full day, the second day of the pyramid.
Yes. And Josephine
Um,
asked about the sleeping situation. So I was thinking it would be good if we had it up to just show them real quick, but I don't know if we have, do you have a second for that or no?
I can take a second for that. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm pulling it up right now. And then we can just, can I share screen? I think I can, right? Should I do that real
And when do we go over the classes on our own or at home? So part of the teaching you'll have unlocked for you. You'll have the whole class unlocked for you immediately as soon as you sign up. So the teaching part you can just dive into right away if you want to.
So just to look at the sleeping situation, you guys can look here too. It's gurushasta.com and then just clicking on stay over here. And it shows you the room. So the main house is beautiful. The man and the guy and his father who created this have great taste.
Yeah, the pictures don't show it at all. We were amazed when we
Yeah,
got there.
it's a
We couldn't
beautiful
believe
place.
how special it was. But the pictures just don't show how special it is. But I think the rooms in the house are spoken for already. But there's these really cool. This looks way more rustic than it actually is. There's these really cool lotus tents here that you can
Yeah,
see, but they're really glamorous inside.
they're so
Um,
glamorous and so comfortable as well. So most of these situations have multiple beds in them, twin like these the Shasta tent here. Let me see what it says. Comfort of home first. Oh yeah, 3 twin beds. So it's a 3 people, 3-person tent. So there's 3 twin beds in this glamping here tent. Um, there is 1 queen bed, 1 twin in this other tent over here.
And
And
we
there's also
won't
some
be
cabin.
housing people sharing beds unless
No
you're coming
sharing
with a
beds.
friend or something. So yeah, so it
Everyone
says
will have
three people, but that queen and twin, that's really only 2 people.
yeah,
So whoever chooses it first can choose the queen if that's what they want.
yeah. And there's a
And
beautiful,
there's cabins.
there's a,
Some of
there's
the
a
cabins are new.
yeah, some of the cabins are new. There's a really beautiful outdoor showers and tub that is pretty cool. There's beautiful bathrooms in the house as well. And the
Yeah,
house,
really beautiful bathrooms in the house. But when we were there last time, people were lined up waiting. Everybody wanted to take the outdoor shower because it was so cool.
yes.
Um,
Trying to see where there's
yeah.
more pictures.
Yeah, he really needs,
Oh, here's some
it
more.
just doesn't show how special it
This,
is, but
look at this outdoor tub. There's also outdoor showers. Um, Yeah, it's just really beautiful space. And this is a nice room that's in the house that we can utilize for healing meditations or
that's probably where we'll do the
class
class
times.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wish there was, let's say summer.
It's still pretty warm in September, Patty. It's cooler than it is in August, which will be nice because it gets really hot in August.
Mhm.
So the outdoor showers, I think people are going to want to utilize that. It's still quite warm in Shasta in September.
There's actually quite a few pictures here that I didn't realize, Alicia, with the show more. You get to see some of the nooks and crannies of the
Oh, I
house
haven't, okay, I didn't
and the
explore that.
property. No, me neither. I didn't see it before. So he's actually got quite a few on here, but it's a really gorgeous place to stay with really beautiful. He's very spiritual himself, and you can feel it in every detail that he's brought into the home and on the land. So they host spiritual retreats here quite a bit.
Everybody that's in my class is saying, I need to hop off, I need to break before Alicia's
Yeah,
class. I should probably do that myself and get some water and gather myself. But
I think so.
so there's a question, what's the cost for the virtual option? So let me just put the links here. So we have payment plans. Let's see where.
Yeah. There's some details that are still not totally perfect on the registration page for the online version of Co-Creating Miracles that we'll be teaching from Mount Shasta.
So in Zoom, I'm putting the first link is the retreat itself. We have
Put that in there,
two
folks.
payment options, full pay and a two payment option. And we need to talk about the bonus real quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. So
And
much to
then the
share.
class, the virtual class, I'm going to drop the link and we have a couple of payment options for that as well. So it's $19.97. That class is regular $24.97. And then for level 1 and 2, it's $23.97. We're giving a little bit of a bundle discount there. It will be those two classes together will be without the discounts is $29.97. So I think you save like $800 there for the bundle. If you already have level 1 and you just want to sign up for level 2, you're going to have to email us. And that will be $497 pre-release price.
And that will also, like Karina was asking, that will also give you access to retake Co-Creating Miracles of Sacred Light as well.
Right.
So that'll give you the new,
Yeah.
and it'll let you retake the other and get those updated attunements as well with us on the mountain.
Yeah. Good. So do you want to share about that bonus? Because we have a fast action bonus that's good for the next 2 weeks. And this bonus is for the retreat attendees and those of you who are wanting to join us for the virtual class. We have but you have to register before
August 22nd.
Good.
August 22nd. And then what you'll get for that is on the 23rd. So you have till the 22nd to register. The next day on the 23rd, at 1 p.m. Pacific time, it's a Friday, we will be teaching a little mini class where you'll receive a brand new sacred light relationship healing tool called Healing and Integrating Your Shadow Self, as well as one of the brand new sacred light technologies that'll be part of level 2 for you to work with immediately. So you won't have to wait. You can start to play with it after that. So that's the bonus. This new relationship healing tool, healing and integrating your shadow self, is going to be really a perfect complement to some of the new technologies that we didn't even get to talk about today that are part of Co-Creating Miracles level 2. So going to be some great tools to really dig in to work with the shadow. So that's going to complement that a lot, and we're excited to bring that to those of you that are joining us for one of those things. One or both.
Yeah, so if we're kind of all over the place in talking about it, but if you want the bulk of the details, I did share those links in the Zoom chat, and we'll send that out in email too with the replay links for this class. If we have signed up and paid, do we receive the bonuses? Michelle, yes. So the people that
Good question.
already have the Blue Star portrait, we have something else going on for you guys. But Michelle, you do receive that bonus of the Blue Star, and then all of you guys, of course, receive this bonus that Kim just talked about.
Absolutely. Okay, girl, you need to go. You got a class to teach.
I know. I
Okay.
have a very long Sacred Soul Alignment class that's going to be really fun in 20 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to have to
There you
hop
go.
off.
All right.
Okay, just looking at some of these comments. So just any questions, you can email us hello@cocreatingmiracle.com and we'll get back to you. But we'll be talking about this for the next few weeks. But if you are interested in the retreat, it's seven weeks from today. So and there's I think 8 spots left. So that might be something you might want to act on quickly. And then if you're interested in that bonus for the virtual class too, you can get that in the next 2 weeks. So we will see you guys next Thursday. We'll be back doing this again at 11 a.m. Pacific time next Thursday. And we'll be posting reminders about that. But the best way is to just follow that calendar. So if you
Right.
need that link, just reach out to us at our hello at Co-Creating Miracle, and we can send that to you. And thanks for connecting with us, you guys, on such a
Thank you so
potent
much.
day.
Bringing your
And I'll
beautiful
see,
energy to our
yes.
container for us all to connect with. And the more of you that are here with us, and we had quite a few of you here with us, really amplifies all the work we're doing in our incredible container that we're going to continue to work with. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. And I'll see a bunch of you in 20 minutes. Bye
Bye.
for now.